Welcome to the Transformation Zone podcast, hosted by Stephen DOSSOU, founder of Salesforce Catalyst. Prepare for a journey into personal growth and business evolution. Discover inspiring stories and strategies to break free from fear, self-doubt, and low self-esteem.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new podcast. You know who's on air again. All the way from Togo, T-O-G-O. Well, today, I've got a brand new title for you, and it is The Blue Pill. Yeah. I know you're wondering, what is this guy doing again? What is this blue pill about? Yeah. You guessed it very right. It is the blue pill. Yes, today we are going to talk about Viagra. Well, look, let's call a spade a spade. I think we all know what Viagra does, okay? But in case you do not know, Viagra is a blue pill made by the pharmaceutical company called Pfizer, P-F-I-Z-R, Pfizer. And Viagra basically supports help men to boost their sexual performance. So basically, it helps men last longer in bed and be vigorous. Okay, now, what many people don't know is the story that surrounds the creation and the marketing of Viagra. Okay, we're gonna dive in that right now. But let me put you in this context. Okay, there are over 90 million men that takes Viagra globally for their erectile dysfunction, also known as ED. Okay, listen to me carefully, all right? And these figures, by the way, they are about 4 years old, okay? That means nowadays it's even more. 90 million men that takes Viagra globally for their erectile dysfunction. And according to the Grandview research, the global erectile dysfunction drugs market, which includes Viagra, is valued at $4.8 billion in 2019. I mean, this is crazy. Okay, this is crazy. I mean, I need to put this out there before we even dive into the story of Viagra. Okay, $4.8 billion is what the market of erectile dysfunction holds. Okay, so look, if you're an entrepreneur out there, you're listening to me. So there you go. You've got a market to get your cut from. Well, even though there are $4.8 billion running around in that ED market, and Viagra is by far one of the most well-known drugs. And of course, nowadays, we have all kinds of them, Chinese and Cialis, those some of the key competitors of Viagra. But the truth of the matter is, only few people really know how the Viagra drug has saved marriages, has restored many men's self-confidence. Do you get what I'm saying? Many people barely know that this particular drug, Viagra, that was for almost a decade a drug that led the ED market, was discovered not intentionally but by accident in the laboratories of Pfizer. Well, stick with me. Viagra is also known by its generic name Sildenafil, okay? Sildenafil, Sildenafil. And it was originally being developed as a medication to treat high blood pressure and angina. So an angina is basically the chest pain caused by reduced blood flow to the heart. Okay? So a bunch of researchers, okay, working relentlessly for a good amount of time, focusing on finding a solution to a chest pain caused by reduced blood flow to the heart. This is what was happening. This is what the researchers were looking for. So during clinical trials in the 1990s, researchers noticed an unexpected side effect of the drug, an increase in erections among male participants. Because what will normally happen in the US, and actually till today, is when the drug has been certified for human testing, they will get a bunch of young guys together, young human beings, because they say young people recover quicker. They'll get a bunch of young people together and actually give them the drug to take, and then monitor them over a period of time. So this time in the 90s, when these young guys were put together and given the drug, listen again, the drug was intended to help them with angina, okay? And they went home and they came back, again being monitored over a period of days. They noticed that this drug was actually giving them a very strong erection, okay? And this drug was also setting them on fire. Meaning giving them power, being vigorous, being active, they were full of energy. So this basically led to a shift in the focus of the drug. And in 1998, the US Food and Drug Administration, FDA, approved Viagra for the treatment of erectile dysfunction. So the discovery of Viagra potential for treating erectile dysfunction was a happy discovery that happened by coincidence. It is the result of the drug's initial development for a different purpose, and it has since become one of the most well-known and widely prescribed medication for erectile dysfunction. Look, I guess the real question here is, what does Viagra has to do with the Transformation Zone podcast? Where am I going with this at the first place? You see, the philosopher Maurice Maeterlinck once wrote, "Coincidence or hazard is the manifestation of a law we have no knowledge of." So what Maurice is implying is that while we may know, okay, or not, the reasons exactly as to why things happen, there is always a reason why they do. And what that has taught me throughout my life in particular is not to be afraid of anything when facing the unknown, nor to doubt at all when going through uncertainty. So in a well-documented series titled "The Blue Pill That Changed Everything," the former director of research in Pfizer at the time when Viagra was discovered revealed that they basically ran out of money. Okay, before Viagra became a breakthrough, they ran out of money for the research to find medication for angina. They ran out of money. They were basically going to be shut down. You remember he walked into the office of his boss, and the boss was like, "Hey man, look, you failed this drug. It's a done deal. Forget it." And he closed the door of his boss. Was like, "Man, listen, we have something here. Okay, I believe we have something here. These boys have come back. They say that, look, they're having a very powerful erections. As a matter of fact, traditionally, when you get given a quantity of drug for test, you're supposed to return whatever is left." And these young guys, they didn't want to return it. They said, "No, this has saved our marriages. This has made our wives love us more, and we are not returning it." Okay, so before Viagra could be discovered, this angina project was going to be shut down. So the clinical trials that discovers Viagra was called UK 92148. And that number stands for the number of trials that had been done at that point for them to discover Viagra. Listen, 92,148 trials to discover Viagra, okay? It took 3 years for trying 92,148 times. Whoa, this is beyond Thomas Edison. Now, you may argue that, but hang on, they were supported, they had money. Look, how many people have resources and money yet they give up? As a matter of fact, they say that most ideas are even dropped before they even come alive. So people don't even try things for them to validate whether they work or not. The idea dies with them. So what is my message to you today, ladies and gentlemen? My message to you is this. It doesn't matter what stage of life you are in right now. Greater things are yet to happen. It's not because you can't see the end of it, doesn't mean that there's not going to be a breakthrough. We should never discount our future based on the hardships of the present. Every no you get is getting you closer to your yes. And when you think lies, your tomb, listen, where you think lies your tomb, your tribulation, your challenge, right there, in there is your opportunity of renaissance, your opportunity to bounce back, your opportunity to find your breakthrough. So just like how these researchers would have never guessed that it was the 92,148th trials that would give birth to Viagra that will end up being one of the best drugs that Pfizer has ever produced, just like how they never knew. Just like you'll never know that your next attempt is going to be your ultimate breakthrough. So always remember this. Always remember that winning is not always easy. And it's okay to fail sometimes. It is human to have doubt and fears. But if there's ever a chance, 1 in a million, 1 in a trillion, for you to go and grow better, then I would love for you to take the leap. Even better, hold your hand. I want to be the person to hold your hand. So together, we can take the leap. My name is Stephen DOSSOU. Remember, you can be great. And I will see you on top. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Transformation Zone podcast. If you're ready to propel your business and life to new heights, visit our website at www.salesforce.co. Connect with us for personalized transformation strategies. Until next time, embrace the journey and sail confidently toward your success.